Just a quick video of the chicken tractor. The last video was probably over a year and a half ago, something like that. This is a little dog kennel that adjoins the chicken tractor. It's got a little tarp up on top. Give you a little quick viewing of what it looks like inside. Got 2 feeders, 2 waterers. There's the birds over there fooling around. That's another one I'd made over there. This particular chicken tractor, the way I've got it made, is not, the roof is not the greatest idea. That's the green, it looks like corrugated stuff. This does not hold up in the heat, and I live in central Texas, where we had over many days of 100-degree plus weather, and that stuff, this is what happens to it. Just sort of warps like that. So it's best to use corrugated metal, and it's also a good idea to lay it up there like this, and maybe even paint it white like I did with this here. That keeps, sort of keeps the heat off of it and things like that. But yeah, that green stuff is not really good for much of anything. So I think I'll just replace that and put that corrugated stuff up. But anyway, that's it. They have to be, unfortunately, my birds have to be kept in an enclosure like this because, as you can see out here, we live out in the country. There's quite a bit of woods all around, and there's a lot of predators. There's coyote and bobcat, raccoon, possum, even chicken hawks, things like that. So during the day they need to be penned up in these enclosures here, because they will get snatched up. It's happened before, so unfortunately they can't be true free range chickens. They have to be, when they're outside, they have to be supervised, which I'm doing right now. Otherwise they'll get snatched up, and we've lost a few, so we've learned our lesson on that. But what I did with this is this is just a ordinary, like a dog kennel kind of thing, and I just put like these are fencing attachments, like for chain link and things like that. And I just connected the pipes together and just connected it to the pin and draped the tarp over it. Every now and then you got to replace the tarp because they get torn from the wind and things like that. But that's no big deal. You just cut the zip ties and put another tarp over it and zip tie it back down. But the main thing I want to point out here is using something like this kennel, what you definitely want to do is have this hardware cloth. What I'm using is like this plastic hardware cloth, because this is it's easy to work with. The regular metal poultry wire, it's kind of got points and things like that on it, and it's sharp and it's kind of difficult to work with. This is a little bit more expensive than the poultry wire, but it's definitely worth it. What I do is go halfway up and just cover the rest of it with I've got this other thing here. This is a cow panel. I got a little bit of wire over that, but the main thing is to make sure the whole thing is covered up, because believe it or not, a possum can crawl through one of these chain links, and I've seen that happen. So it's a good idea to make sure that you've got that secured with that cloth, that plastic hardware cloth. And over on this side I've got the small square hardware cloth covering this whole thing around the bottom, and that keeps it pretty secure from predators. Same thing with this. I haven't used yet. This is made fairly recently. I don't like to put one this size. This is about a little over 4 foot tall, and it's about total length is probably 7.5 foot long by 5 foot wide. Maybe 4 regular size hens in there. I like for hens to have a lot of room. I think it's more humane. You could probably put bantams in there as far as more than you could for hens the size that I have. But I just don't. I don't really like to jam a lot of birds in there. I don't think that's very humane. But it's good. This thing is on wheels, so every few days or so I could pull that rod down, raise the front, and pull these up in the back, raise the back end up, and pull the thing forward. I've got an ATV, which I use to pull this whole thing that way, and this I just pull by hand. And that's pretty much it. And that's it keeps them. I think it's better than a fixed coop. Reason being, they're not in. They don't continue to stand in their own waste day after day. And I think this is healthier for them. They can be on fresh ground, and there's a lot of ground out here. So this is Central Texas, and so there's plenty of places for them to stir up new ground. So this is it. But yeah, just keep healthy birds. They lay good eggs. They really good, healthy, high quality eggs, better than you can get in the store. So I just like to take care of my birds. I'm not going to be eating these birds. They're not going to go on any broiler. These are basically pets. There's a rooster in there. He kind of looks after things. Different breeds. Kind of show you these real quick. These are just kind of mixed breeds here. Got one there, and then there's another one over there. That's a Buff Rock. There's a California White, and another California White, and that's a White Rock, and the rooster is a Buff Orpington. So we got just a mixture in here. And that's it, and one barred rock. Unfortunately, I lost 3 birds over the summer from the heat, so it's always kind of hard to lose those, especially when you hand raise them and stuff. But it's going to happen, and that's just the nature of things. But they're a lot of fun to raise, just kind of a little hobby, I guess. But I like to take care of them, so I put them in an enclosure like this and make sure that they stay safe and healthy. Matter of fact, I'm going to close this up. Change their water here in a minute. But that's it. So for those of you into chickens, I never thought I'd be into chickens, but I've been doing this for a couple of years, and it's actually kind of fun. I enjoy it, enjoy raising them, and learn quite a bit about them and how to take care of them, things to do and what not to do. As far as keeping them from predators, when I first got some, let them roam free, and one particular week they just started disappearing. So we realized that you couldn't do that, and they have to be in an enclosure like this during the day, especially out here. If you look out here, just about anything could pop out of the woods and grab them. So anyway, I don't want to ramble on and on. This is it here. This is my little operation, and I hope you enjoy it, and maybe get some ideas from me, or I can get some ideas from you on how to do things a little bit better. Alrighty, thanks for watching.